What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Ronan, and today we got more work on the Z here. Oh no. So last time, if you guys watched, we lifted up the Z because to try and fix the exhaust leaks. My exhaust leak on this car is really bad. So we picked it up to try and fix the exhaust leak. And when we picked it up, we also noticed this was an issue. The O2 sensor is just completely cut in half. And in order to fix the exhaust leak, the 350Z on the headers, they have a stud that comes out. But we cut through that the last time we were cutting off the exhaust. And we need to get that stud out now. So we're kind of trying to just drill it out. We made pretty good progress last time. We definitely should be able to get it out by today. And then after that, I can bolt it back on and bolt it on correctly this time so there's not a massive gap right here. And she'll sound okay, because everybody knows that when a freaking 350Z has an exhaust leak, it sounds like literally the worst thing in the planet. It sounds awful. Also guys, I got a bunch of goodies coming for this car pretty soon. Not gonna tell you what, but I will give you one thing. Finally, my nice wheels will be back on the back of the car again. I'm finally getting more tires for it, so I'm super happy about that. I don't like having the wonky fitment in the back. We also will be, of course, lowering this a little bit more before the next year. We got a lot of stuff to do to this car. A lot of content is coming for this car pretty soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I've been working at it. Eric hasn't gotten here yet. He was just running a little late, but I'm working at it alone. And just so you guys know, just in case you guys are new to this, what you have to do when you have a bit stuck in here is start with a tiny drill, kind of. Look how tiny the drill bit that I'm using is. That small. It's super miniature drill bit compared to these ones. And then work your way up. Once you pop through the first time, which I just did, I'm so happy I popped through the first time. It's going to get easier from there because it's not cutting straight into the metal, it's just cutting around the metal, cutting a little bit of a hole. So it should be easier from there. It popped through the first time. All we have to do now is go up size by size and slowly just get the rest of those chunks out of there. Eric's here. Woo. What up, Eric?
It's so loud. It's like going though. You can see it starting to drill through.
Is.
I'm putting so much pressure. Like I could put more, but I just don't want to break. I don't think I would really snap this with my hand pressure unless I'm like bending it. But
oh boy, Eric's got a little thing he has to do today too. Look at this.
Sure, free parts are the best parts.
Yeah, you got this thing for free. You went to go pick up
like 3 years ago.
Oh.
It was in my basement, and I was like trying to find things to do for my next video, and I was like thinking, I'm like, oh my god, I got a part in my basement I never even put on. So,
is it moving at all?
dude, I'm wailing this thing. I thought it would pop out by now.
All right, so we are approximately halfway done here. We got all this size. The hole is as big as this one. So we have the rest of these to go. And once we get to the big boy, which is that one, it's all done. Eric is working on his reinforcements over here. Hey,
So
Eric.
far, so good.
So far, so good.
All both rollers.
Oh, that is good. That is very good, actually. But yeah, here, I'll go show you guys the update of the bolt. Or the stud, whatever you want to call it. It's looking good. Way better than when we started, obviously. The hole is massive through there. You can see right through it. We just have to get the rest of that little bolt out. 5 more bolts to go. So that's the plan. Yay.
Mark has been going at this for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, boys, this is taking forever.
And I figured I'd film for him because he's been lacking. He could have set it up, did a time lapse of him literally being miserable for 2 hours.
Yeah.
But you know your boy won't. He won't.
They don't need to see that. They'd cry if they saw it this way. I'm witnessing it.
Look at that sand. Unfortunately, I think me and Mark and I, we're gonna try to get that one through and call it there. Try to get a bolt that's small enough to go through the smaller hole, and hopefully she seals up, because anyone watching, I definitely wouldn't want to be in Mark's position. Well, Mark has fun doing that because he's getting close enough where we could probably stick a sizable bolt through it and seal it up. Find a beater for it, you know? Oh. Fill him in, Mark. Let him know.
Oh, we made some progress for sure. We're getting there. It's been 3 hours, but we're getting there.
Yeah. We
it just needs.
If you ever got to drill a stud, and you find one of these little guys. I think it's called a step drill bit. I don't know, but I think it did more progress in the 5 minutes that we've been drilling it than the 2.5, 3 hours we've been spending on it, on and off, just messing around talking. But yeah, this isn't fun. I wouldn't want to do this again. Mark, you're on your own again if this breaks.
It is done, boys. Shout out Eric because he found out the step bits are the best possible, or whatever you call them.
I think they're called.
I think they're called step bits.
Well, we were messing around with this one.
Little cone looking guy.
And it's got like the 2 flats in it. And then I found this one. It's got this like one big one.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if it's more aggressive. Ask Mark. 30 seconds. Yeah. I literally was just like, and I was like, yo, it's done. And he's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, I swear to God. Like, dude, I can't believe.
No, it was done quick. And now we can finally bolt this back up and everything. We're all freaking done.
You know what the nice part is? It's only going to take like 5 minutes to bolt it back up.
I know. I know.
Yep.
This is amazing. So, yeah, we got it done.
This was the worst.
It took a long time.
What, 3.5 hours?
3.5 hours. So it was like 3.5 hours today, but then also like the last weekend, it took us like another 4 hours. So it took us a while.
But we weren't like sitting here for like 30 minutes straight just holding the bit through it. Like,
we were kind
after
of
like
playing around last weekend.
Your ears hurt so bad from the drill.
Yeah.
And then you're above your head, your shoulders are dead.
Yeah.
And I had to work on that thing, so it's kind of like floating.
And last weekend we had all the guys here. We were kind of just hanging out.
Did an install on my car, started this thing. Zach's car broke down, the brake line went. It was kind of a shit show.
Last week was crazy, but also the O2 sensor's in, so O2 sensor's sitting in there.
Don't forget to plug it in.
I know, yeah. Well, this.
I mean, start it up.
We could try. Yeah, we could see. We're gonna have to, even if it does work and it reads them, we're gonna have to
replace that for sure.
The reason why it broke last time is because this orange connector here wasn't sitting on this hold. It was just hanging down, and since the car's low, it got caught on something and ripped it apart. So hopefully it won't do that again. They're sitting nice now. Now we just got to put the downpipe back on, and we are all set for today. Just need to find one bolt for this hole right here, and she's ready to rumble. And then we got to tighten it all up, obviously, but after all that, she'll be ready to rumble. Now there's a problem here. I hope that'll even itself out, but
yeah, it should. I'm thinking once this gets bolted up, it should kick it up more.
Yeah.
And then once you snug it down, it could be because it's a stock mid pipe. It just fits different with like a test pipe.
Yeah. All right, so Eric's got to go, but we are pretty much done. I mean, he literally only has to bolt up one more bolt up on top. I might just call my uncle down to give me a hand with that real quick. Yeah, and I just got to tighten up this O2 sensor.
We managed to cross thread the snaz out of this one bolt. I don't know if they'll be able to see. Yeah, that one spot. The thread is gone. There's nothing
It's
there.
just gone. It's just
getting it back off was a nightmare.
Yeah, no, it wasn't fun.
Maybe it wasn't the best idea to just rip an impact onto it.
This is tight as hell, actually. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Won't ever come out again.
So, hopefully, look at my little rig that I got going on over here, boys. I gotta, in order to keep this holding in until I can get another connector, I electric taped the connector to the O2 sensor connector and ran it over to the spot.
You know, just Z things.
Yeah. Hopefully those pins in there are making contact with the pins in here. It clicks in, so I feel like it is.
It clicks in, it doesn't just like...
Yeah, it doesn't just like slide in and out.
It's because it's missing, but the pins definitely are making contact.
Yeah. If it does and it reads right...
I've done sketchier things with plugs.
Oh yeah. Dude, the O2 sensors on this car are so finicky though. So like every wiring thing on this car is though. Nissan wiring 101.
So Mark, how come you only need one O2 bung spacer but not on this one?
I don't think I do need this one to have this like spacer on it. I think they had it on here before because they had the old downpipe didn't have this cheat built into it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's the spacer.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
so
makes
they
sense
had-
because it's like a little bit same length almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hopefully
was
that
looking
won't-
at that when you put it in. I was like, why are they different lengths?
Yeah, if it is a problem, I can always just buy another O2 sensor to be honest. But they're actually pretty cheap for this fucking car. These O2 sensors are like $60. I was like, that's not too bad.
Damn. I've seen
I've
O2
seen-
sensors go for mad.
Yeah, I've seen O2 sensors be expensive. But yeah, so I just gotta get a bolt in up there on the top, and this thing is ready to rip. I'll let you guys obviously hear it when I first start it today. Well, maybe tonight, maybe later. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you, Eric. Subscribe to Eric Buddha. All right, guys. So, whew, long day. It took us a while, but we're finally done. I'm going to start the car soon. I'll give you guys a obvious sound clip of that. I don't have like a before and after sound clip, but I'll let you know. I'll be honest with you if it actually sounds better or not. But yeah, basic rundown of what happened and what we did and what you have to do. So we had to take this off. Pretty easy because we already have taken it off before in the past. But in the past, when we took it off, there was a stud that went in here. It's actually still part of it is still in there because we didn't drill it fully out. A part of the stud went in there, and we didn't know that that was a stud at the time. And so we cut right through it, just like we were cutting through all the other bolts, thinking that it would just fall out. When it didn't, we were like, uh-oh. And then when we put this downpipe back on last time, we couldn't tighten it over there because we couldn't get a stud in there, obviously. So we were screwed, and it had the worst exhaust leak ever. It sounded terrible. It also helped make this O2 sensor go bad a lot of times. It wasn't fun. And so I wanted to get that stud out. That's what we did today. What you want to do, buy yourself some cobalt, whatever, drill bits. They work the best. Also, those little like cone ones work really well too. And go up in size. So start really, really tiny. Go with like the tiny little drill bit that you can find, and just drill a tiny little hole through, and go up in size every time from there on out. Just only slightly increasing it, because if you go too big, it's just going to be like impossible once again. So just slowly go size by size up. Yes, I'm going to be the first person to tell you it's going to take you hours. It's going to be terrible and not fun, but that's how you have to do it. And once you drill it out, obviously you just bolt this all back up. The O2 sensor we also fixed today. I don't know if this is actually going to deal with my code though, to be honest, because the pins in here that connect to the sensor are really bent in all different ways. So I don't know if the pins are going to be reading right. Hopefully it will. Hopefully that'll deal with my engine light. And then maybe I can start driving this thing again. I just have to get new tires mounted and balanced in the back, fix the coilovers, and she's ready to rip again. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Mark Roden. I love you guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And Das Vidania. Have a nice night.